Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of The Book Nook, podcast where we answer the questions every book reader has. My name is Alex, and I am joined by.
Krista!
It's Krista! Local Rock Hill librarian Krista.
Yes, I am the Teen Services Assistant at the York County Library at the Rock Hill branch downtown.
On today's podcast, we will be discussing the prestigious York County Summer Learning Challenge, which is going on right now. Krista, tell us a little bit about what this Summer Learning Challenge is.
All right, Alex, thank you. This year's theme, the 2021 theme, is Tails and Tales. That, of course, is TAILS. So it is a bit of an animal theme this year. The challenge is very simple. You will get a prize for reading. That is the basic gist of the Summer Learning Challenge. So your whole family can sign up. And we have, for children, infants and children, you have to read 10 hours. And that means mom and dad can read, you can listen to a book, or they can read on their own. And for teens and adults, we ask you to read for 15 hours. And that's from June 7th until July 30th.
Fantastic.
So we do offer prizes for reading, and for teens, we have a $5 gift card. This year, it is at Starbucks, at Books A Million, or at Pelican Snow Cones. You can get 5 Pelican bucks. For children, you can get a reading certificate for ages 0 to 3, a board book, and a bath toy. If you're ages 3 to 11, you can get a medal, a certificate, and a zoo animal squishy. And if you are 18 and older, you can get an aluminum water bottle that, of course, has our lovely logo on there.
Well, that's a significant amount of, what's the word? Motivation for anyone. But who needs motivation to read? Reading's great. Reading's fun.
I agree, but
So, tell us, dear librarian, how many hours does everyone have to read to get these prizes?
so children under the age of 11 have to do 10 hours. 11 and older, that includes adults, is 15 hours. And I left off that there is a grand prize. So not only do you get this prize just for reading 15 hours, but your name will be entered into a grand prize drawing. So the teens can get a $100 gift card to the place of their choice for reading 15 hours. But the more you read, the more entries you get into the grand prize drawing. So you can get up to 5 entries if you are an avid reader.
Oh, okay. So you read and then you fill out a sort of form to log your hours, and you can submit that 5 times to get your name into the drawing.
Correct. So you can go on Beanstack and you can set up an account and you can do that yourself. Or you can come into the library and tell a librarian how many hours you've read, and we can enter it for you.
What's this about Beanstack? Is that a website?
It is a website, yes. You can do yclibrary.beanstack.org, and that will take you to our challenge. And you can register, and you can log your hours through that website.
Ooh, sounds good. I imagine that there is not a person in the world who would not want to sign up for this wonderful summer learning challenge after hearing all of this delightful information.
I agree completely. And to make it even better, we always run programs in the summer using the theme for the year, so Tails and Tales. So for the teens, we have a lot of fun virtual programs. So you have to be on our Discord server. And we have virtual programs all throughout June, July, and we even have a couple we've snuck in August, We have our daily chats that we do every day, so you can interact with a librarian every day. And you can even tell us through Discord how many hours you've been reading. And then we also have some extra programs. We're going to have a walk-in, we're going to have an Urban Tales night, we have Disney Trivia night. We have a lot of fun, interesting programs going on. I'm really excited about them. And the best part is that a lot of these programs have prizes. So we like to send gifts and prizes in the mail to teens that participate in our programs.
That's so fun. For anyone who doesn't know, Discord is an online chatting service that people can get on their computers or their phones. Um, that is like a great way to connect with teens, especially considering the pandemic, which has happened relatively recently.
I agree completely. It has really been a wonderful way to interact and get to know the teens in our community and keep in touch with them, even though we weren't able to have them come into the library. We're still playing it safe and making sure nobody has too close contact. So we are going to keep it virtual throughout the summer. But then hopefully we will start to have some more in-person programming coming in the fall. But for right now, we planned a lot of fun things. And we also have grab and go kits at 3 of our branches that are specifically for teens ages 11 to 17. So you can also pick up that to do. We have a new craft every week. So come in and grab one while supplies last.
Exciting.
Yeah, those are at Rock Hill, York, and Clover locations.
Hmm. I'm going to roll it back to the Discord again for just a moment. How can teens join into the Discord? What do they have to do?
Excellent question, Alex. You can go to the YC Library website, so that's yclibrary.org. And if you go to Ask a YA Librarian, which is on our website, you can send us information letting us know that you're interested. All you would need is to tell us your library card number and your Discord username. So we verify you by your library card number, and that way myself and Abby and Monica, who I work with, we know who every teen is on Discord, and that way we feel like it's a bit safer.
Yeah, that's very safe.
Yes, and then you can send your Discord username, and once we have verified you, then we will send you an invite to our server. So you cannot access it until you have been verified by us and sent an invitation. We monitor it or try to monitor it between the 3 of us at all times. So it's not an unsupervised chat server.
If someone does not have a library card, what can they do about that?
Oh, well, you can come into any branch and you can ask to have a library card, but if you're under 18, you will need to have a parent with you and they need to have a valid driver's license or a bill with their address on it, and it has to be a York County address. So if you're under 18, that's the way to do it, is to have a parent come with you. If you are over 18, you can just come in on your own and have your license or your bill, or if you're out of state and you work in the area or you go to Winthrop, you can bring in that information to verify that you're a York County resident, and that is all you need. And we're actually a fine-free library now, so there's no fines. If maybe that's something that's kept you from getting a library card, is that you were a kid and you had one and you lost a book, or, you know, we will definitely forgive that. If you lose a book now, we can't forgive it, but if you just return it late, those late fees are forgiven. So that's a really nice thing that we're doing now.
Awesome. Now, Krista, as a librarian at the Rock Hill Library, you get a lot of books in every day. Do you have any fun recommendations for the kids out there?
Oh, yes, I do actually. We have gotten in a large amount of new books recently. I'm very excited about them. My list now is really long on books that I want to read. But if you are looking for some books to read to meet your 15-hour goal, we have a couple books came in that are also on Overdrive Libby. So if you can't get into the library to get your book, You can also check it out virtually through those apps. So we have Overdrive and Libby. We also have Hoopla that you can check books out on. But I know for sure that these are in the library and they are on Overdrive. So I would recommend PC Cast has a new book, and I've been a big fan of her other series. So I really want to read her new one, which is Spells Trouble. And then another one that just came in, it's called One Great Lie by Deb Coletti. I have not read this book yet. I just saw the book come in and read the cover. It sounded really interesting, like a mystery. And then the next book I have on my to be read list is Nicola Yoon has a new book, and she's had great books in the past. This one's called Instructions for Dancing, and it just looks like a cute, nice summer fun read. And she's had some really great writing in the past. So those are three books that have just come across our desk and onto Overdrive. They're available and they look really interesting, but we have so many new books that have just been added both virtually and in the library. So definitely there's a lot there for you to check out.
Krista, would you mind giving us a short description of what these books are about?
Okay, well, the Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. After her parents' divorce, romance enthusiast Evie Thomas, 17, swears off love. Donating the last of her romance book collection in the process, she comes across a neighborhood library box and a mysterious woman who encourages her to take a book for herself. Evie doesn't think much of the volume Instructions for Dancing, but realizes that something strange is occurring when she sees her sister, Monica, and has a vision of how her and her boyfriend got together and how they'll break up. After Evie sees the romantic fates of other couples, her best friend urges her to visit the Please Return to address in the book, the La Brea Dance Studio. So it's sort of like a romance book, but there's a little mystical edge to it as well. So for me,
Ooh.
I just found that really interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested now.
So PC Cast's book spells trouble. Hunter and Mercy Good are twin witches, direct descendants of the founder of their town of Goodville. As their ancestors have done before them, it is now time for the twins to learn what it means to be good tech. So for me, this is the kind of book I'm interested in. I love magic and witches and fantasy, so I'm super into that title as well. One Great Lie by Deb Coletti. When Charlotte wins a scholarship to a writing workshop in Venice with the charismatic and brilliant Luca Bruni, it's a dream come true. Writing is her passion. She loves Bruni's books, and going to that romantic and magical sinking city gives her the chance to solve a long-time family mystery about a Venetian poet deep in their lineage who just might be the real author of a very famous poem. So again, I love a little romance, a little mystery, and of course I love travel. That's like my favorite thing to do. So these are the reasons that I would recommend these three books.
Thank you so much for your great suggestions. Well, I think that is about it for today. Thank you so much for joining us, Krista. Is there anything else that you would like the people to know about this challenge, about books, about the library, anything?
Well, I would like you to know that I feel like Discord is a great community and a great place. Well, I should say our server on Discord. The YCL Teen Discord server is a great community and a great place for teens to spend their summer. There's some really great kids on here and a lot of fun programs planned, and hopefully you can join us. We love chatting with you guys and having programs with you. It's just really been a lot of fun when we couldn't see you guys in person. I'd also just like to say that 15 hours can be reading the newspaper, reading a magazine, reading a website, listening to an audiobook. So don't let it discourage you. Read your manga, read your graphic novels. Those are all counted towards books. And have a great summer. And hopefully we will see you and hear from you. And hopefully we will be able to give you some prizes for reading. So thank you so much for having me and for letting me be a part of your first ever broadcast. I thank you so much.
You know it. Thank you to the listeners out there for joining us for the Book Nook, and I hope you have enjoyed this pilot episode. I am Alex, your host for today, and this is the end.